Hello, comic fans. Here's Earl Grey, and here's a stack of Alex Graham's comics, especially her recent run on Devil's Grin. I've got Angloid before, which is a tour de force in rough underground cartooning, rough in the best way. She experiments. She doesn't care shit about realistic representations, even though she is able of doing stuff like this as well. But for the most part, it's a very honest, in-your-face, slice of life comic that doesn't shy away from anything, even not from demons. And she took this a bit further in her Devil's Grin comics, which are recently published by Fantagraphics. Unfortunately, more or less in this size, not in the original floppy size. Floppy is way too a bad word for these beautiful things with cardstock covers and her really haunting images she found for the front and back covers of these books here. I was so close to order the Fantagraphics all-in-one edition, which you should buy as well, I think. But I really hoped to get the singles just because of their bigger size, the bigger format. So my elderly eyes will even enjoy the stuff here a bit more. And then in America, it's no problem, I guess, to get the stuff here in this format via Domino books, if I'm not mistaken, or probably other shops as well. She prints these in, these are self-published books, as she states in the back, or in the front here. You can order these, wait. This is somehow a bit newer, so you can subscribe to her Substack account, or you can order the Fantagraphics book, or as I would recommend, to buy these in this format. In Europe, at least you can get this via the Berlin-based All the Problems in This World. A beautiful little distribution, distro service, and I guess a comic shop as well in Berlin. I haven't been there. But you can order Europe-wide at least these in a bundle. All 6 of them are still available from All the Problems in This World. So, but now to why you should get the stuff here. This is not the first book here. This is the first book. It's just a crazily immersive, fun read in the underground tradition of not Robert Crumb alone, but so the main character is Robert Jr., maybe because of that. And he is literally shed into the world by this painter lady who doesn't want to have a son, so she just flushes the toilet. Her son goes down into the sewers, and where he is fed by rats, nursed by rats, and then he has to make his way into the world. So this is really, in the beginning, it's very linear. We just follow this guy here. But then, way after another, a lot of other alluring characters enter the world here. Like, this is our guy, Robert Jr., who does poetry readings. It's we are now in the 70s, so obviously a key decade for many people, as it was or is in the mind of Alex Graham. I don't think that she was around back then, but The Doors and Jim Morrison, a lot of screwing around here. This is really just a real screwing around in the literally sense, yeah. And our main guy, he is objectophile, a cross-dressing womanizer. So yeah, nothing is spared here, and everything is shown. But it's not a voyeuristic comic at all. So maybe her style is just not like that. And I would say, fortunately, I really love her painterly use of hatchings. And it's obviously to put some shadows on the pages and into the 6-panel grid, which she seldomly breaks for some bigger panels, but usually it's the 6-panel grid. And here you have this, this hatching is very often used for compositional tasks, and some stuff is really great. And here we have Dandelion, another character which is haunted by some demons, and so they appear every time now and then. So we have visions from the other world, and here's this other guy who is drawing comics here, Gary, and there's a bit of meta thing going on, meta and demonistic thing going on with this comics. But I would like you to find out about that. And I mean, if you can dig this kind of art style, then this comic is totally for you. I mean, there are a lot out there who wouldn't touch drawings like this, even with a long stick, but I love it. And if this art style is something you can relate to, I totally would recommend to hunt down Devil's Grin in singles. Devil's Grin is not concluded with issue 6. So it is obviously not the Fantagraphics tome with the first 6 issues. I mean, issues, come on. These are chunky books with roundabout 100 pages each of them. So it's not concluded, it's not finished. Luckily for me, because I will want to read more of Dandelion, Maggie, and Robert Jr. and all the crew here. But if you decide it's enough for, it's enough for you, you enjoyed the ride, but then you don't want to read anymore. It's actually a pretty good ending here. It's an open ending, mind you. But it's one of these open endings that you can accept as some kind of conclusion to the story. I mean, you have to accept that this story here will go to faraway lands, even though it will stay probably in Idaho, where all these stories here take place. But you would have had a good comic book ride with all these fantastic characters through around about 600 pages or so, which is great. And if you're on the Alex Graham trip, then maybe check out her older stuff like Angloid, because this is from Kilgore Books. This is, as I said it and mentioned it, self-published stuff. The collection has been published by Fantagraphics. So that's all for now. Thanks for listening and watching. Goodbye.